Welcome to Coffee with Jenni and Dre. I am Dre, and that's my beautiful co-host, Jenni.
What up?
What's going on? We got a great podcast for you folks today. This is still season 2. This is episode 8. And talk about that coffee, Ms. Jones.
I'm excited about this one, as I am for all of them. But this is called a little coffee shop called Dazzle.
Oh.
Coffee and smoothies. I met the owner. His name is Corey. One of the owners, I believe.
What up, Corey?
Super nice guy. He told me, because I was originally like, is this a franchise? Because it's big and cute and all the things. And no, he designed. So he's been in business 18 years. He's originally from Seattle. Mm-hmm. He came down. His Pflugerville location was his first location. That's his main main hub. It's a smaller coffee shop. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's, so then he designed the new location, which is much bigger, but great beans. He told me a little bit about it. So he actually uses Third Coast Roasters, which is a local roasting company in Austin. And I think they've actually done some of the other beans that we've tried on here. But they have a kind of cool story too. He was telling me that they generally try, or when they first started, they were trying to find all female owned farms that were farming the coffee beans. They wanted it to be, all female owned.
Did he tell you why?
That's what they want. I think the wife wanted to do that.
Okay.
Just to support them. But they said it's so difficult to find. So it got to where they do it as much as they can, but it's very difficult to find all female farmers. So I was like, that's cool. But this bean is out of Nicaragua. He's really passionate and knowledgeable about coffee. So that was fun to talk to.
What are the notes in this one?
Deliciousness and deliciousness.
No, you didn't get the notes?
I didn't get the notes.
Oh my God.
But let's see if we can figure out what the notes are.
I'm not.
Like a cigar. What are those notes?
I don't know, but it's good.
It is good. He does a really good job. Again, Dazzle in Pflugerville, little cute coffee shop. Yeah, go support him.
Definitely
been around for
go
18
support
years.
them. The coffee is good too as well.
It is very good.
Let me get another sip of that thing.
Mm-hmm. It's hot and good.
Alrighty, folks. So today on this podcast, so we're going to do like a series of the next two podcasts. It's going to be a series 8 and 9 for podcast 8 and 9. And the series is going to be basically marriage, date night, parenting, and family life. Those are going to be the 4 topics that we're going to address. And today we're going to start with marriage and date night.
Whoop.
Like just questions about it, the importance of it, and just difficulties of it all. So we're going to tackle some of those type of things. Go ahead, start off with the first question.
I was going to start off with, because we have lots of new followers, which is so awesome. And thank you guys for the support and the love and just following us. So we have been together a long time, and we have been married going on 11 years now. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Going on 11 years. We've been married.
Yeah.
Blended family. We've got lots of kids. So we talk about that on here. And we talk about marriage and date night and all the fun things and all the things that come along with it. So thank y'all for the supporters. But just so y'all know, that's a little bit of background about how long we've been together.
For sure.
And so
let's
start with the first question?
We're going to start with marriage, the first question in marriage. Yeah.
Okay. We're getting older. Our eyes are adjusting.
Okay.
So should sex be planned and put on a calendar to ensure we make time for it?
No. If you
okay. Are we going to be like one that like?
No, I'm saying I don't think sex should be on. I mean, I don't like planned sex. I don't like sex on a calendar. But a lot of quote unquote sex therapists and
will say to do it.
Sex people of all over the place that say yes, you should definitely put it on the calendar. But I don't think we have us in our marriage. We don't have a problem finding time to be cheeks.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Well, we don't have a problem like finding that time.
No, but this is a great question because people are busy and they're going and they're constantly on the go. So for some people, planned sex really works. I've seen.
For sure, I'm not saying that it doesn't work,
and it's for us, it's not what we do, or I can't even plan. Stop. I mean, I just got a planner that I'm going to start writing stuff in, but I'm not organized enough to then put that on my planner too.
And when you plan it, is it like a date and then a time and
yeah. So the reason they say planned sex works well is because you know that it's the day and you're supposed to be like thinking about it throughout the day.
Getting horny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. I can see that though. Like, and like sending like.
Why did you just get so excited? Should we plan something?
Not at all. But I also get it though, right? Because then you're like, it's the day. It pops up on both of y'all phones.
Yeah.
Y'all start sending each other little cute, sexy text messages. You might send a picture of a nude or not a nude, and he might send you a picture. Then it just gets you prep for the day.
Exactly.
And then you get home and them kids are bad as fuck, and now you're
and then you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's just go to sleep.
Let's just go to sleep. It's a long day. Yeah. No, but I mean, sex plan for us, it don't really work like that. We don't really have a problem like finding that time. But people that do have a hard time finding
with
that
your
time,
schedules,
with your schedules and all that, you should definitely
try it.
Yeah, try it. Plan sex. Tell us all about it. Matter of fact, send us something on any one of our platforms and let us know if planned sex works for you and the things that y'all do to get that planned sex going.
Yeah.
And like how that is.
I like it. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either. I think, yeah, man, planned sex.
Plan it.
Plan it. And let us know how it is. Like if you are a person out there that follow us that does have planned sex, definitely we want to know all about it. Like not about the sex, but like how that works and the dynamics of it all.
Yeah. And then do you have like a planner that you write it down in?
Everybody does everything on their phone.
Everybody?
Yeah, because then you can invite somebody. I can invite you on the calendar.
I know. I was just thinking like, because I just got a paper calendar and if I was writing that in it and someone found it, that would be kind of funny. Like
it'll just be sex.
Or like a heart on that day.
Yeah, it can be. You don't have to be anything like that.
Just in case you have nosy kids and you write out in your planner, do like a secret code.
For sure.
Because we have nosy kids.
And this kind of works into like the second part of that. It's like a two-part situation. Like how do you keep the romance alive when you're both busy with work and kids?
Yeah. I think this goes back to date nights and keeping.
We're not on date nights. So we're going to go with how do you keep the romance alive
with date nights
when you both are busy with work and kids? How?
With date nights.
So you think the only way that you keep the romance alive is just with date night? Everybody can't afford to go to date night.
I think I told you can do a picnic. You can go outside and light some candles and have a date.
Okay.
Get a bottle of wine from the convenience store. Have a date if it's that important, and it is that important. So romance has to stay alive. I mean,
for sure.
Otherwise, that's when you're just off emotionally. Your connection is gone. You don't like each other. I mean, there's so much that can go wrong if you don't keep the romance alive, because everyone has said this and it's true. Marriage is difficult.
Yeah.
It is difficult. And so if you're not connected, you have to figure out a way to stay connected.
For sure.
And romance is the biggest way to stay connected.
Yeah. And then, also, man, y'all, I mean, I know you parents get so involved with the kids stuff. It gets with it's about to be summertime, so you're gonna have the kids more. You got to worry about summer camps. You got to worry about the ones that are in sports, AAU sports. You got to worry about the traveling. You got to worry about so much stuff at top of work. Mm-hmm. But you have to make a point that y'all are connecting and having that romance. And like we do, man, we literally live by the motto, fuck them kids, because you really have to be able to take care of yourselves first. Make sure that y'all are happy. And them kids ain't always got to be the first thing on the priority list.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it should be y'all two on the priority list first, and then, the kids afterwards. That's how our romance stays alive. That's how we keep everything copacetic in our relationship.
So, yeah. And so I'm just like sitting here just brainstorming in my head while you're talking, but like, how can you actually do that? Like, say you don't have a lot of time. So once the kids go to bed, make sure you guys have some time in the bedroom to, I don't know, eat cupcakes together or a ham and cheese sandwich, or watch a movie.
Okay, cool. Watch a movie. What the hell? Ham and cheese sandwich? Who fuck what?
Because sometimes you can have fun over food. What do you mean? And
Who's
half the time
connecting over
moms
ham and
aren't
cheese
eating
sandwich?
because we're too busy feeding everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I'm just saying a cupcake, a brownie, whipped cream. I don't care what it is. Go to the bedroom, have some time. And I'm not just talking about like sexual. I'm just saying like to where y'all are connecting and talking and watch
Talking
a
about
show.
your day. Yeah.
Or like I said, date nights, but we're trying to give them romance advice.
For sure. But also with like work, we understand, work is hard. Everybody has to do it. You got to pay bills and all those good things like that. But try not to bring work home, if you can.
Easier said than done,
It's
but
definitely
important.
easier said than done. But if you try not to bring work home, then you're able to, disconnect from work, come home and be able to be in the moment present with your spouse, and to be able to have those type of things and have those moments where y'all connect and all that. It's kind of like debriefing each other on the day. And one thing I always loved about back in the day when there wasn't any phones, even though phones are great, man, it's awesome. But like when my dad used to go to work and he'll be at work all day, all we had is landline phones. He would, maybe call the house maybe once, like if that, because he's at work, he's working. So whenever he did get home, he had a
Something
whole day
about.
to talk about. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with these women out here these days, and men, and you're fucking texting every second of the day, everything. If they're with the kids, taking a picture of the kids, sending it to you. If they're with doing something else, sending you this, or just texting you throughout the day.
It's like FOMO. Like you're constantly like, what am I missing? Like have to, and
so if you're calling and texting your spouse all through the day, if that's what y'all like to do, cool. But if you talking and calling and texting and sending pictures all day on the phone, whenever he does or whenever she does get home, y'all really don't have nothing to talk about because y'all done already discussed everything.
Yeah, but
right on the phone.
Right.
So I think that, not saying that y'all shouldn't do that, but I would try, everybody should try this. Like one day out of the week, don't text each other as much as you normally do. Don't call each other as much as you normally do.
What am I trying to do?
Communication when you get home better.
Yeah, no, but what I'm trying to say is like it makes you miss them.
Yeah. You don't miss anybody because you're
Yeah.
so much intrigued on the phone and talking with each other all day.
Yeah.
You don't get to miss them. Like my mom would miss my dad throughout the day because she didn't see him and she didn't talk to him. Wasn't no FaceTime, it wasn't no calling, wasn't no texting,
and then it's
none of that.
And me and you should do. I mean, we can do this too. We talk a lot all day long
because you call nonstop. Yeah.
Okay, and you do too.
I don't. Every time I answer the phone, what do I say?
It doesn't matter.
What
That's
do you
just
want
because,
now?
Yeah.
Like, what can you possibly want at this fucking moment? We just seen each other. Like, what can you possibly
Okay,
want
I'm gonna
when you
start
just
answering
leave
the
house?
phone the same way because
Like, geez.
you act like you don't call me. And all of my friends can vouch for, oh, is that Andre again or Jayla? Is that Dad again? Is that Dad?
I can go all day and not talk to you.
Really?
And then come home and be able to share how my day was or how things were.
Right.
I think that everybody, I think
you would,
that we should make that a challenge to everybody. We're going to challenge couples, people that are in relationships. Go a whole day, maybe just one call, maybe one text. Of course, if it's about the kids or it's something important, definitely shoot a
but
text,
here we
definitely
are
shoot
again
a call.
About the kid. I mean, unless it's
No, I'm
important.
saying, I said it's
get what you're
important.
saying. Yeah,
If it's important about the kids, if it's somebody needs to be picked up, you can't make it, bam, all those type, anything of importance, definitely shoot a call or a text. But like, try to go, let's make it a challenge to go one
Is
day.
a nude picture important?
Yeah, if you send something like that to spark up the day or something like that, cool. But try to like go one day where you're not calling and texting and, in the moment every
Just
second
all
with
the
this
time.
person all the time. And then when you get home, see how y'all communication is. See how like y'all, if y'all missed each other. See if, y'all have more to talk about, those type of things. I think everybody should try that. Like we should try that. We should try it for a week.
You just said a day.
Oh, I'm talking me and you should do a week though. We should try a week.
God.
Like we should try
You
it.
couldn't do it.
That shit.
Yeah,
I could.
because I know where you would be. Your butt would be at the poker house
Nothing
all day
wrong with
long.
that. Shout out to all my poker boys, man. Paraz, Swim, David, John Kim, my boys,
Wow.
man. Those are I got a poker crew that I hang out with.
Obviously.
And this is a sidebar, but my poker crew is probably the dopest crew to hang out with. Like these dudes we're all from different walks of life. And we just get along so well. Not even just playing poker, but we always go to the mothership together. We always it's just a crazy group of guys that you'll probably be like, damn, Joe, I wouldn't imagine you hanging out with those guys, but they're fucking cool as hell, man. Probably like some of the coolest and best dudes I've met in my life. So shout out to my poker homies, man. PLO, No Limit. Those are my guys.
There's a lot. I've never met not a one.
You haven't met any of those?
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't go to the poker house. Yeah, you never
We're
been
not
to the
trying to
poker
talk
house.
about poker this whole time. Let's get back on
Back on
schedule.
point. The next question is, what are some effective ways to reconnect after a big argument?
Okay.
Sex.
Yeah, communication and sex.
Yeah.
Probably.
But what does
What you can figure out after being married, I don't care if you've been married a year, or 20 years or whatever, maybe not 20. But sex cures a lot of things in a relationship. I mean, if you don't think so?
I don't know. I'm just hearing you talk. Go do your
Well,
thing.
you're giving me a weird stare.
Okay.
Because you reconnect
Okay.
and you calm the hell down. So like I'm just saying, like if things are off, but I was just talking about this with one of my good friends. I'm not gonna say her name, but you're gonna know who it is because I know you listen. But you're just saying like once you've gone so many days without it, then things get like weird and awkward. And then it's almost like weird and awkward to get back into it because now y'all are kind of bickering over weird little things. But then as soon as you are intimate again, then all of a sudden you're not bickering anymore. You're not on each other's nerves anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's like reconnected.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying it's important, but
But it also depends. You know these arguments, man. Like it all depends who how well you know your person and how these arguments affect. Because some people need days, some people need hours, some people need time to be able to, to get over whatever the argument was or how to reconnect with their significant other. Like I can hold a grudge for.
it's just so unhealthy.
I can hold a grudge for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
don't fuck with me. I can really hold.
And I do not.
I can hold a grudge for a long time, and she wants to talk like all the goddamn time about it.
I can just get over things.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the difference. But if you,
Yeah.
it depends on what the argument is. But basically, making sure both parties' needs are met after that argument. So if one, I'm going to need to talk about it and make sure we're good, and the other one, maybe you don't need to talk about it. But at the end of the day, it's about two people and what both needs are. So you've got to come to a common ground if it's communication, whatever it is, to get back on a good page. That way y'all can reconnect intimately again. And then I think that's where, things can keep rolling smoothly from there. But if you don't, you have to fix the problem first. You can't just like sweep it under the rug and pretend like nothing happened after a big argument.
For sure. So like reconnection is definitely communication really helps with the reconnecting after a big argument. Sex always helps with after an argument. And
I think
just figuring out I feel like when you say communication, you need to figure out, what the argument was about, how it made each other feel, and then acknowledging each other's feelings on those type of things. There's a lot of empathy and a lot of ego that's got to be taken out.
Exactly.
Empathy has to be implemented and ego has to be taken out.
Yeah. And then also, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times, you just got to make it a priority. I don't know.
sure.
Got to make it a priority. And when you
Definitely.
know that you're both choosing each other, that I had lost my train of thought. Now I got back on it. Being in a safe space with your partner, this is what we're talking about, depending on where you are in your stages of love,
Relationship,
right?
yeah.
And I think once you know that you're safe and you're safe in your relationship, then arguments aren't as big of a deal because you're like, not as big of a deal. They can still be a big deal, but our arguments now, I don't worry and freak out like I did at the beginning stages. And so it's like knowing, yes, we just had an argument, but also you knowing me and I knowing you and you know what I need. It's what you said. It's taking your ego and being and having empathy for the other person and respecting how they fight or don't fight, and knowing how to fix it. You have to know your partner.
Yeah.
And once you know each other, and then also knowing each other, that helps you to, reconnect, because you know exactly what the other person needs.
For sure.
But in order to do that, sometimes, because you're mad after an argument, you have to put your walls down.
I'm never mad. I don't really get mad.
You have to put your ego away.
Okay.
To be able to give me what I need after an argument, so that reconnection can happen again.
You're right.
Because you don't need anything, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just
You
keeping
have
the
no
1,000.
needs.
None.
He needs therapy, y'all.
Yeah, never in life. How do you handle disagreements about financial priorities?
Or properties. Handle disagreement. Okay, well,
we don't have any.
yeah.
I handle all financial responsibilities, so we don't have any. We run a traditional household, so we don't really have any arguments about those type of things. One thing, she's safe, so she don't have to even if I go play poker or if I go to Las Vegas and gamble or do whatever I need to do, she knows that no matter what, all the bills and everything that's going to be paid for financial future is going to be taken care of.
And I think that comes a lot. That's one of for a man, that's a big thing to take on.
For sure.
Right? For me, I don't worry about it because I put all my trust in him to make sure our bills are taken care of, which again, for some women that might be scary, and you want to be in control and you want to know that everything's, and that's, again, I just have to trust and know that everything is fine. And then for you, that's a massive take on to know that everything falls on you for that.
It don't work like that. It ain't even a massive thing to me. My daddy did it. I do it. It's just my grandpa did it. We do it over here in our family. It's just what we do. So it's not, I don't look at it as
But for some men,
I look at it as a privilege to be able to take care of my family. I don't look at it as a burden or, you know what I'm saying? Even if it gets hard and I'm like, fuck, I'm, blah, blah, blah. I look at it as a privilege for me to be able to take care of my family and make sure that they're good and that they have everything they need. Nothing wrong with relationships that do the 50-50 thing, where they both equally contribute to putting money into a bank account.
Can that cause more fights though?
What?
Because if you're one makes more than the other, and then you still have to take 50% of yours, even though you make less than this person, and you have to put it into a pot to pay all the bills. I don't know. I mean, I know it works well for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure it does.
For me, I feel like I don't make as much as you, so I don't want to put 50% of mine into this little pot to pay all of our bills, because then my little coins is low after that.
Yeah, but some people, it works for some people though.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it works like that. It doesn't. I mean, it works. It just some people have to do it like that. I mean, or some might work it to where one pays the big bills and the one with the less money that pays for the little ones.
I mean, it's not like I don't.
No matter even if you started to ever make more money than me, you still wouldn't pay any bills. I mean, like, what are we talking about? I mean, for us,
right?
So it wouldn't even.
I mean, yeah, but I do pay bills, but not. We're talking about main bills. I'm not paying for the mortgage or the cars or the stuff like that. Groceries is a massive bill.
Okay.
I do all the groceries.
She does pay for groceries, folks. She does pay for groceries.
That's a lot when you've got all the kids
that we have. She does pay for groceries, folks.
I pay for all the sports activities, which is all y'all parents know out there how expensive sports are.
She says sports activities like the girls are just in everything. She's paid for gymnastics, folks.
Which is expensive.
It is.
Well over $1,000 a month.
Whoa. Yeah. Not even one car payment. But yeah, talk to him. Give it to him.
It doesn't matter.
Give
it's
it
a
to
payment.
Him. Give it to him. Talk that shit, baby. Talk that shit. Gymnastics and groceries. She's talking that shit right now.
And the coffee bills I take on.
So listen, the girls got their hair done. Just a side note, how she steals too. Girls got their hair done the other day.
You were ridiculous for bringing this up.
I left and I was like, okay, cool. Give her the money. I'm gonna go. I happened to get off early, so I was like, I'll pick the girls up. So of course I picked the girls up, and I had to pay because I already gave her the cash for the hair, but she didn't use it because I picked the girls up. So I had to pay again. And you think that I got that $400 back?
You can get it if you want it.
Can I?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, it's mine now.
She took the $400 that I gave her to pay for the hair, but
I didn't. You gave me the $400
to pay for the hair,
and then you were out and you picked them up, and so
I had to pay.
Yeah,
I had to pay again. So
that's your fault.
So I'm out of $800, is what I'm saying.
No, because I still have some money. So if you need,
what did you already? What did
coffee? I bought you coffee.
Time out. We talking to each other now. So wait, what did you do with the $400?
I have it in my wallet. What do you mean?
How much? You already spent some of it?
I mean, like on things.
But what happened to the $500 I gave you the week before?
Why are we putting all our business out on how much money you give me?
No, I just gave you that to. I gave it $500. Said go do your thing, whatever you wanted with that.
It's still in my wallet. You want to know why? Because you said spend it on yourself.
I did,
and I haven't had a chance to not even spend $1 on myself.
So I'm not the smartest man. So that's $900 that you've had in the last week and a half. How much of that do you have left?
Do you want me to get my wallet out?
No. I just want to know how much you have left. Just guesstimate.
700.
You okay? All right. She spent $200
on
coffee and shit.
Coffee, on Chick-fil-A, on
All right,
Starbucks
folks.
for sandwiches. The ham and cheese baguettes that our kids want all the time.
Okay, we got off on there a little bit, but that's marriage right there in a nutshell.
Business.
That's marriage in a nutshell right there, man. And should sex be planned and put on the calendar to ensure that we make time for it?
Yes and no. Yes.
How do you handle disagreements about financial stuff?
We don't.
Not over here in our family.
You just saw how we handle it.
What's some of the effective ways to reconnect after a big argument?
Being intimate.
And how do you keep the romance alive when you're both busy with work and kids?
Priority. You have to
Fuck
prioritize it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you will be that, 50%? Is it 50% divorce rate still?
It's way higher than that.
Oh, it's higher?
Yeah, the divorce rate is higher than that.
Sheesh. I just thought it always stays at 50%.
For sure. Let's jump into the next segment of this
nights?
2-part series. We're going to go to date night, but first.
Oh wait, no. Sorry.
What?
What did we just do? Marriage.
We did marriage. We're going to jump to date night.
Okay.
But first, let's stop into this quick commercial break. This commercial break is brought to you by Open Door Parking, the premier valet company in Austin, Texas. Like I told you before, they do hospitals, they do hotels, they do the best restaurants in Austin. They get busy, man. They do private events. They do everything under the moon. And listen, folks.
Calm down.
They are the best. I mean, customer service is top notch. They have an NPS score rating of a 4.95 out of 5. These folks are freaking amazing. I got a hat I'm wearing today by them, man. They do a great job. It's ran by a guy named Andre and Carlos, man. Those guys really know how to run a valet company. So this commercial is brought to you by Open Door Parking. What the fuck are you
clapping?
You just messed up my commercial.
No, I didn't.
These people are paying for the commercial.
Laughing.
Thank you for paying for the commercial, folks. Just sponsoring us and doing a good thing like that. I'm sorry for the hatred. The hater. All right. Get that shit out of here.
Okay.
All right. Now we're back to it, man. Date nights.
This feeds into marriage, basically.
Definitely.
If you don't have your date nights, marriage is going to be rough.
All right. Number 1 is, hold on real quick.
I'll read it.
Go ahead.
What are some creative and budget-friendly date night ideas? I like this. This isn't for you to answer because you don't do anything.
What are some creative and
budget-friendly?
budget-friendly date night ideas? Yeah, you can answer that. I'm not really on a budget.
You don't do anything budget-friendly, I feel like, which is
sure.
so wild. We talked about this before. Picnics.
She
Movies.
thinks picnics are the best shit in the
Movie
world.
dates. Picnic dates.
Yeah.
Making dinner at home and setting out your own little candles and
doing your thing. Have you ever got freaky in a movie theater?
No, I've never.
I'm just asking. All right, continue.
Have you?
What are some creative and budget-friendly date night ideas?
Who's getting freaky in a movie theater at this point in their lives?
Everybody when they were 17.
I did kiss a guy in a movie theater one time.
Yuck. All right, continue.
It was my first kiss. I think it was a movie theater.
Okay.
Are we still coming up with budget-friendly date night ideas?
Yeah.
What else is there? Like going to, is Topgolf budget-friendly?
It can be if you're not getting food and drinks and all
Bowling.
that type of stuff.
Roller skating, parks, hikes.
Pop up at an improv type
Yeah.
of shit. Like not
Yeah.
just a regular comedy show, just ones that do like improv,
Yeah.
spoken word type
Yeah.
of deals. Definitely.
What else? I mean, all those are great budget-friendly ideas.
Definitely.
I don't know.
But if you are looking for a date night, you can stop by Reserve. It's a wine bar on 7th Street. This is not a shameless plug, but Reserve is a wine bar off of 7th Street. You can stop by there and definitely get you a good glass of wine, a good bottle. The ambiance is amazing.
It is that.
It's pretty amazing over there. They got an outside sitting area. They got an inside sitting area. They got a little tuck-away speakeasy spot. It's called Reserve. It's off of
All
7th
types
Street.
of people there.
All types of people there, man. The wine is amazing. They got a great list. They have a cheese board food truck in the back that she does an amazing job doing all the like cheese boards and all those type of things. So you should check that out for a date night. It's definitely a good starting spot or an ending spot. It's a good start spot and a nightcap. I like it a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah. It's called Reserve.
Reserve. RSRV.
You whoop. Okay. How often should couples have date nights to maintain their relationship? I think it all depends on your budget, work, and kids.
Yeah.
Like, can you find a babysitter? Do you have enough to go? Do you make enough to do weekly?
We'll say, like, obviously, if you can do it weekly,
Yeah.
do it weekly.
'Cause we
if
do it
you
weekly.
can't, I think bi-weekly you've got to find time within 2 weeks to have.
You don't think people can go once a month? What people can't?
Once a
Kids, babysitters, you got to like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Date night definitely should be a planned thing. We typically, I mean, that should be something you plan
Yeah,
because it has
you
to be.
have to-
You
you almost
got to
have
have
to
things
plan
in
that.
order. We typically go on Wednesdays or Thursdays,
Yeah.
and our oldest daughter Jayla watches the younger ones, so we always
So we're fortunate to have
an older one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wanting to move out. We trying to get her to move out because you know what I'm saying, this get her
I
ass
think
out
she
the house.
wants to move out so she doesn't
And
have
she
to babysit.
wants to move out, but when she does move out, it's kind of gonna fuck up our date night situation because a little bit. So,
But Jayla doesn't really. Y'all have met Jayla, but she's not going out and partying like that, and
Nah.
she gets it in with work. So
for sure,
regardless, now we're gonna have to just plan it with her. Like we can't be like
she's 19 and never been to a club,
she's 20,
but she turns 20
3
on
weeks.
on the 28th, and she's gonna go to her first club on the 20th
With her brother, thank God.
With she's going with Gerard.
I think he's going with her.
And Gerard, he turns 22 on June 2nd.
Actually, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
And Gerard is my oldest baby, and he gets it in. Like
He gets it in.
He
so
gets it in.
But I don't think he'll at least watch over her
Yeah,
because she
for
does
sure.
not.
But she's so awkward. She's gonna be sitting down the whole time. Like it ain't.
Don't talk to me.
Like,
Why
it's
are you
gonna be-
talking to me?
I can't wait to see videos of that night. But then we got way off the subject. But yeah, we're we just unfortunately have a baby that can watch our youngest ones, and so date
So
night
once a month. Prioritize at least
once a month. At least once a month. It needs to be prioritized,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it has to be planned. Of course, if you have kids, you got to find a sitter and all those type of things. So it definitely has to be planned. It has to be something that is planned for sure. And then, like I said, we gave you a few budget ideas. But if you're not on a budget, definitely, if you're going once a month, I feel like if you're going once a month, it should be a really nice dinner.
Did you read that next one? What if the other one doesn't want to do date nights?
Oh, what?
It says, what do you do if your partner isn't interested in a regular date night?
Well, you have some people that are homebodies,
I'm
introverts.
a homebody.
We got some people that are homebodies and introverts that don't like really, I guess, socializing or going out, and
Sounds like
don't
me.
really care about going on date nights. If you're one of those people, that's weird. But well, if you don't like going on date night, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what you do about that. Okay, so board games at home.
Yeah, board games at home will work. I mean,
This goes into. It's not all about you. Like just because one person doesn't want to do a date night, it's not just about you. So sometimes you have to just say, this is what the other person needs, so we're gonna go.
For sure.
Like you can't just that's not fair to that's not fair.
Yeah.
Just to say I don't like date night, so I'm not gonna go. You better find something to do then.
Definitely. I mean, because I think you have to have some type of hobby or things that you like to do, and
do something together.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to. That's the only way to keep that keeps romance and everything.
Listen, or somebody
alive.
else will.
But take her on a date night? What about he's the one that likes to go date night? She don't.
Same. Same. What's the show we just watched?
I don't know. Beekeeper?
No.
That's the last
you
one
fell
we
asleep
watched.
on that. No, the one that we watched outside with the cheating people.
Ashley Madison?
Ashley Madison. Mm-hmm. Those people were wild. I don't know why I brought this up right now, but I guess one of the main guy who actually was a YouTuber.
Yeah. He was a nurse.
He was an ER nurse. Mm-hmm. Turned YouTuber off. They went viral off one video.
They did.
But prior to going viral, he was doing some side stuff that he shouldn't have been doing. But he said the reason his wife was doing everything she could do. Mm-hmm. And he even said, I was fulfilled sexually. He was fulfilled. He just was out there messing around. But he said it was the home life that was overwhelming for him.
Yeah.
Like the second they got married, then they have children, and then he got overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean. And then he started reaching out to other people. I think that's why I brought this up. But it's if you don't
prioritize,
if you don't prioritize, someone will sneak their little way in somehow.
No. You said that wrong. If you don't prioritize your relationship and date nights and connections, one of the two people in that relationship will try to seek out that
whatever it is they're missing.
Yeah. So you said, you was,
how did I say it?
You were saying like somebody will come in and it's nobody coming in, it's one person going out.
Okay. True. Yeah.
So
just that's where like little gaps, little holes that aren't filled.
For sure.
Fulfilled.
And that all goes into like the connection and all those type of things. All like date night, marriage, all that falls into like that same boat.
It's just important to close those gaps to make sure your circle is solid, so that in those moments of I'm maybe emotionally somewhere else, you don't fall short and make a bad decision.
For sure.
Because your circle's strong. So I just think, if one person doesn't want to go on a date, you got to find something that both of y'all like to do. If it's not a date.
That goes with the next question when it says, how can you make at-home date nights feel special and different from regular evenings?
This is what, like little stuff, like I said, make dinner, make dinner together.
Yeah. Or have somebody come in, like a chef come in and y'all do like dinner together type
We've
of
done
deal.
that a few times.
We had to do that because it was a pandemic for our anniversary.
Oh, that's
a couple
right.
years
Is
back.
that what
We had a pandemic. We had old Chef Gil.
Oh,
if y'all know who Chef Gil
good.
is, Chef Gil gets busy. This is not another shameless plug, but Chef Gil is my guy.
Dang, we need to call him.
And Chef
Is
Gil
he too
came to
busy
the
now?
crib. It was our anniversary. It was the pandemic was still going on, so you really couldn't go out like that.
And the kids were there, and it was
were there
still
and everything.
great.
But we made the kids were in the room. We made them watch a movie, got them popcorn, got them situated.
We got dressed up.
We had Chef Gil come. He cooked us a meal. We had the record player playing, and all that good stuff. We sat at the table. We had a great meal. He did his thing, and damn, Chef Gil.
That food was great. Oh man, all of it was good. We need it. Let's contact him again.
Yeah.
So and it's fun, and you're comfortable, and you're in your home, and you're so all of that can be just as fun, if not more fun,
for sure,
than going out to dinner.
Yeah.
So,
and like she said, the kids were there, but we just stuck them in the room, told them don't come out this motherfucking room, and that was about it.
Or even like I'm thinking this because we have a horse, but like horseback riding or hikes, like I said already, like something outside. It's hot in Texas sometimes, but just finding something that y'all are common ground on, that y'all can reconnect on and have conversations.
Facts.
Outside of work and kids.
Facts. And you should do that, definitely. And I mean, not saying, chefs coming in and all that is, depending on like what your budget is and all that type of stuff. You can literally post up your damn iPad and have somebody walk y'all through like a cooking thing that y'all can do together. It doesn't have to be where you have a real chef come in or anything like that.
Sur La Table does cooking classes.
They do.
And they do like date night cooking classes. They've, you could do something. It's not cheap, but it's cheaper than going to dinner.
For sure.
So,
yeah. Yeah, folks, this is episode 8. We're going to pick up on, we're going to continue this series for episode 9, man. We're going to be tackling parenting and family life and just general advice that we give, through all of these segments. We want to thank everybody for tuning in today for episode 8. This is Coffee with Jenni and Dre. We want to thank everybody, man, our YouTube subscribers, our Instagram people, our TikTok people. I mean, we have a Instagram that was we posted it probably 3 months ago, and people are still on that damn thing, commenting, going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it's not even about us no more. It's about whoever they in bickering with on the damn comment list. Like comments are crazy. Like
y'all just fight with each other.
Y'all fight with each other,
Let's
man.
Show more love and respect, man.
Let's like, damn, man, we get it, man. It's people have their own opinions and all those type of things, but damn, y'all show each other a little bit of respect and just, you know what I'm saying? Just be a good human.
We're
man.
all out here trying to make it.
We're just trying to make it, man. Everybody got their own opinion.
Yeah.
So if people in the comments that are fighting each other within the comments, calm down. But definitely continue to follow, continue to listen, continue to support. And we just thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 8 of the series. This is Coffee with Jenni and Dre.
Love y'all.
Peace.